Hey guys, it's me, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very excited to be here today. I have an author on the show. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I mean, she's sweet. She's just sweet, and I'm loving her. I'm loving her, and she's got a new book. Okay, in the book, I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now, and it is called "To Finish the Course." And of course, you guys know what the course is. If you don't know what the course is, we're gonna be talking about that today. We have Ardyce, and I hope I said that right. Is that right? I mean, if I said that wrong, I am so sorry. Ooh, I am so sorry. How are you
It's
doing
Ardyce.
today, Miss
Ardyce.
Templeman?
Okay. Just Ardyce.
uh, uh, Artist. Is that how you pronounce it? Your
That's how
first
I
name?
pronounce it. That's it.
It's beautiful. I like that. I like that. I have never introduced or even had an artist on the show. You're the first. You're the first. And you're beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me, okay. So let's dive right in. You wrote the book, here it is to finish the course. But what was that course like for you in the beginning?
Well, it really began. I don't know if this is what you want, but it began with my love for history.
Mm,
We moved to New England, to Vermont in 1983, and fell in love with history in
mm,
New England. Um, Boston's full of it. And I remember we walked down my husband and I started at the Commons in Boston. And we, there's mimes and music groups and all kinds of things going on. And so we walked the walk of the Paul Revere ride and ended up in the Old North Church. To our horror, we realized we had to walk back. It was a long walk, but it was, in learning to know the history of New England, I fell in love with the movie AD and bought
mm,
the movie. Well, I don't know how many times I watched it, and it
wow.
was the story of the Roman Empire
Mm,
and during the time of the Caesars. And then I love the Bible, the stories of the Bible.
mm-hmm.
And I began to put together in my mind that the Christian world really began during the Roman Empire, during the
Mm-hmm.
time of the Caesars. And so the man Paul, the man Paul, uh, was, took the story of Christianity all across the Roman world,
Wow.
and he suffered tremendously
Mm-hmm.
because he he um he clashed with the Orthodox Jewish people, and he clashed with the Greeks and the Romans, and
Mm,
oh my goodness, he ended up in prison. He was beaten. He was stoned. Uh, he went through terrific um, of, you know pain,
mm,
and to take that gospel across the Roman world and begin new little churches everywhere.
wow.
So he sacrificed a lot,
Yes, he did.
sacrificed his whole life.
Yes, he
And
did.
at the end of his life, he was able to say, I have finished the course, I've run the race, and there's laid up for me a crown of glory. And that's what I mean by he's finished the course.
Wow.
He
Wow.
was faithful. He was faithful.
Wow. Wow. How accurate does the novel portray the political and social climate of the Roman Empire, from Tiberius to Nero? Do you put that in there? Because I know you said you love history. What was that like for you to grab that those nuggets?
It took me 20 years
Oh
actually.
my gosh.
We
Wow.
were living in New England, and I went to the Harvard Library, and they let me in, and I went clear back to the dusty book section where nobody goes. The old 100 and older than that year old books. and I went to Yale, and I went to Dartmouth, got into their libraries,
Mm.
go way back there to where nobody was,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody really dusted the books either. I would make notes.
Mm.
I made many, 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 many notes, just reams of notes, and of the geography of the area, and
Mm.
what the old cities were like. Of course, most all of them now are just archaeological digs,
Yeah.
and and the customs of the people of the age. I mean, the customs of the Greeks, the customs of the Jewish people, and I did the best I could.
Yeah.
But my profession was a counselor,
Wow.
and so in counseling, I studied the behavior of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I began to realize that these people back in the history of our nation, the history of the times of Christ and the times of Paul, they were real people. They weren't
Yeah.
just flat figures on a page.
Mm-hmm.
They had they had likes, they had dislikes, they had fears, um, they had needs like we have. That needs
Mm-hmm.
to be cared for, that needs to be loved, that needs to have their needs met.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I developed the man Paul and the people he worked with.
Nice. Wow.
And so I turned him into people.
Well, yeah, I mean, they were, weren't they?
They really
They
were.
were, they were people. My gosh. So, what did you find out that you didn't know before? I mean, there's got to be some nitty-gritty in there that we're missing that we haven't found out before. I mean, what was it that you found out that you were like, "What? No way."
Um, well, one of the things was I was not acquainted with the philosophies of the Greeks
Mm,
and of what Paul had to encounter. Everywhere he went, there were Greek statues.
mhm.
I don't know if as I was reading about it, I was reading about how Nero just became insane. He
Yeah.
was insane. I don't know what he thought. I guess he thought he would live into an infinity. I don't know. But he had all of the heads cut off, all of the statues, even the female statues that his head put on, all the statues.
Yeah, he thought a lot about himself. He wanted to see, that was his version of a mirror.
That was his version of the mirror. Very narcissistic, yeah.
That's it. Wow.
The one
Wow.
what Paul was encountering with the Greeks was he was stating there was only one God. There weren't hundreds of them. There was one God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. That was our one God.
Yeah.
But the Greeks uh, and the Romans believed that there was no afterlife, and so they gave themselves up purely to pleasure.
Yeah.
And in the city of Corinth, the Epicurean philosophers taught that, of course, also that there was no life after death. It was all materialism, all pleasure.
Mm, mm, mm.
And Paul saw that there was, of course, no fulfillment in that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in our culture, it, there really is no fulfillment if we don't work.
No.
You know,
No,
what
there
you're doing
isn't.
is fulfillment. It's got to be.
Well, definitely. And I do believe that this is a learning ground. This is the
It
teaching
is.
ground. Yeah, this is where you learn, this is where you experience. And afterwards, you go to wherever the Most High wants you to go. I mean, I don't know where that may be. Everybody tells me that's, gold streets, pearl gates. I mean, if you've gone and come back, you could tell me, but I don't know anyone that has gone that far and come back. So I have to say that, yes, I do believe
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
creation.
There
Yeah,
is. We live on and on and on into eternity,
yeah, I do
um,
think that. I do.
forever and ever and ever. So
Mhm.
Paul saw the hopelessness, the
Yeah.
total hopelessness, and the enslavement they felt,
Mm.
and there was unfulfillment. But he was telling them, you know, he was proclaiming the creator of the heavens and the earth,
Right.
that there is an eternity to gain,
Yes.
and we could have freedom from our internal and enslavements. We could
Yeah.
be set free.
Yeah, definitely. What did this do for you? I mean, did this change you? Did this make you different? Did this give you more insight? Did it give you a deeper faith?
It did, really, yes. The more I studied, the more my own faith uh, deepened, and I just, I just, I just felt that in my own life, I've got to be faithful.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to leave a legacy
Yeah.
in my own
Yeah.
life. But
Definitely.
you know, after I wrote the book, I put so much energy and time into it. So then I said to send it off to a publisher, and I got a pink slip.
Mm.
I sent it off to another publisher. I got another pink slip. And so I got really, really, really discouraged. I threw all my notes away and I deleted it from my computer. I thought, I thought all that work for nothing.
Oh my gosh.
And you met my son Ron.
Yeah.
One day, I had that little internal voice that said, "You need to get it published." And I said, "Nope, I've already deleted it. It's not there anymore." And I kept hearing that little voice. And so I mentioned it to him. He says, "I think I can bring it up."
Mm.
Here it was like all encrypted on my computer. And he brought it up, and there it was.
Wow. 20 years almost gone with the flick of a finger with a pink slip. With
That's
the
right.
things that other people have determined that they think you are, which you're not. My gosh, I am so happy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for finding it.
He's in the other room.
Well, tell him I said thank you. You know, it is just a pleasure to see that a pink slip doesn't determine whether this is going to be a success or not. And even a tantrum, because I think that was kind of like a tantrum, like, I'm not done with this.
It
Just
was
fine.
a tantrum.
It
Yeah.
was But I'm glad that he was able to see through it, find it, and here it is today. The book is out. And tell me, what can people expect from this book when they read it? What do you want them to get from this book?
I want them to get the message. I want to get them the message that um, really there's no pit so deep but what Jesus is deeper still.
Hmm.
I want them to get the message that there is that um, they can find fulfillment in life,
Hmm.
and that there is uh, I think the lesson of faithfulness in
Hmm.
spite of difficulties. We don't know what we're going to go through here in the United States. If we may end up going through some really, really difficult days
Yeah.
ahead of us. It's possible.
Hmm.
We can't say we won't.
Right.
For many of the countries in this world do. They go through really difficult times. And if we will remain faithful, and if we will work to make a difference in other people's lives, um, that's what it's all about.
I gotcha.
Making a difference.
I understand. And I agree. Definitely making a difference. We're going to go ahead and put the link to the book in the description box below or wherever you may be watching so that you too can find it. It is on Amazon. It's called To Finish the Race or To Finish the Course, I would say. The
Yeah.
race, the course. To
Same
finish
thing.
the course.
Same thing. Race course.
To finish, it's called to finish the course, and we want to make sure that you finish the course with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Miss Templeman, for being on the show. And I thank your son for finding this book. Okay, hello. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And we're going to have that information about to finish the course in the description box below or wherever you may be watching. And so that way you can go ahead and find it for yourselves. And thank you again so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, did we go through everything you wanted to say today before we finish?
I have a couple other books out.
You do? Well,
I
tell me
do.
about these books then. Hello.
Oh, one is, you see,
Yeah.
Whatever It Takes.
Nice.
Story of Elijah and Elisha. And
Uh-huh.
then I have another one called A Shepherd's War,
Well, you are a
which is
proficient writer.
right. This is for people in ministry, navigating spiritual battles in ministry.
Wow. You're amazing. Are you going to come out with another book?
I am.
Oh, forget me. I'm done.
I'm moving forward.
You're
I'm,
amazing.
I'm writing a book right now. My little granddaughter, Anna, called me one day and she said, Grandma, will you write a book? I said, I've written 3. She said, will you write a book, another book? Okay, what do you want? She said, I want you to tell all the stories you tell me in a book because someday you're going to die and those stories will die with you.
Well,
So,
oh my gosh. Okay. Just kill grandma right now. I mean,
yeah,
seriously? Okay. That was wow. Okay. So what did you tell her?
I'll do it.
Well, please hurry up. Oh my gosh. Well, she's smart. Well, well, I don't agree on the second half, but just write the book. You're not going anywhere anytime soon, I'm sure.
Oh,
But
I'm
thank
not
you
going
so much.
anywhere.
No, Miss Templeman, thank you so much for being on the show. And we
Thank
look
you.
forward to seeing the other book that your granddaughter has asked you to write. Do you have a name for it?
Not yet.
No? Okay, well, just don't name it anything in the sentence you just told me. All right, thank you guys again so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys, bye.